seed. All right, heat 2 of 5 now. Men's 500 freestyle. Ryan Grady from Whitworth is swimming in lane 2. Tyler Tatro representing the Tufts Jumbos in lane 3. Middle of the pool, a couple of young men from Johns Hopkins, both freshmen, Noah Corbett and Mitchell Simmons. Amherst has Eric Long in lane 6 and Archie Spindler from Windsor, a freshman in lane 7. Kind of neat for 2 freshman teammates to be swimming in the middle 2 lanes in a prelim at the national championships. Pomona Pitzer did place in this event last year. Mark Holman finished 15th last season. Johns Hopkins took spots 7 and 9. Brandon Fabian and Griffin Otazu swam well in this race a year ago for Johns Hopkins. We'll see Colin Hughes swimming in heat 4, representing the Blue Jays as well. It's been a good year for the Blue Jays too. How about in the fall? Yeah. They were the only Division III school in the whole country that qualified for the national tournament in every single one of their varsity sports in the fall. Soccer, field hockey, football, volleyball, all the way through. Yeah. And they have continued their success into the wintertime. And certainly are hoping here in the springtime it will be the same way. Obviously, lacrosse is a terrific program, and they compete at the Division I level in lacrosse. Nevertheless, Johns Hopkins athletics really impressive.
Indeed. I'm sure George Kennedy, a long-time and highly successful coach at Hopkins, is very proud of one of his former swimmers, Scott Armstrong, that has continued to recruit well. And if anything, the Hopkins fortunes seem to be going up on a national level. And you would expect him to have good distance freestylers, since that's what Scott was. He's an outstanding distance freestyler.
Ryan Grady swimming very well for Whitworth right now in lane 2. He's got a small lead about halfway through this race. Nobody in the pool is separated by too much, although admittedly Archie Spindler falling back a little bit up there in lane 6. Beg your pardon, lane 7. By the way, when we gave you the results for the women's 500-yard freestyle, I suppose it would have been more appropriate to recognize the fact that Maya Sine and Gwyneth Malloy are alternates for tonight. Right. So unlikely that they'll swim, but it's not impossible.
You know, medical scratches do happen, but chances are, if you felt lousy this morning, you weren't going to get into the top 16.
4:59:03 was the cutoff to be in the top 16. 4:56:64 was the 8th fastest time that got to the championship finals this evening. Laura Westfall, the defending national champion in the 500-yard freestyle, and the fastest prelim time at 4:50:28. In the middle of the pool, not a huge surprise here to see Noah Corbett picking things up a bit as the swim has progressed. And the bell sounds. Corbett in lane 4, then Grady, then Tatro, then Simmons.
He'll come in right about his seed time, maybe a little bit slower, so perhaps somewhere in the neighborhood of 4:33, 4:34, which almost assuredly will not get you into the scoring column tonight.
Corbett touches, 4:33.4. Franklin and Marshall, frankly, was capable of faster. 6:50.69 is not too bad. It's a good showing. Bowdoin, though, really impressive.
There are only a total of 21 teams here vying for 16 scoring spots, so I guess you have to like your chances.
Sure. All right, in our second time final, Swarthmore in lane 1, Pomona Pitzer in lane 2, Chicago's in 3, Gustavus in 4, Tufts in 5, Calvin in 6, Carnegie Mellon in 7, and WPI in lane 8. Jeffrey Say, Jason Liu, Keita Song, Dutch Franco Dimes, Noah Cagley, Timothy Randall, Richard Docksher, and Clayton Besh swimming in lanes 1 through 8. Keita Song from Chicago toward the front with Jason Liu, the freshman from Pomona Pitzer. Final prelim race of the morning. The diving prelims for the women's 1-meter dive will begin probably within the next hour here.
Yeah, I believe they said
12:40.
That's what I heard, 12:45, yep.
It was 11:48 local time.
Now, breaking out to chase down Song is Tufts Noah Cagley, and in lane 7, Carnegie Mellon's Richard Docksher. But Song is home first, 40.16, out in a 48.98, back in a 51.18.
For the Garnet in lane 1, Christopher Smith. Archie Spindler in lane 2 for Pomona Pitzer. Nick Ding swimming for Chicago in lane 3. Joshua Montefiore in lane 4 for Gustavus. Victor Valbrechtenhausen for Tufts in lane 5. Julian Iturbe for Calvin in lane 6. Max Gonzalez of Carnegie Mellon in 7. Craig Barrett swimming for WPI in lane 8. So far, so good for the Chicago Maroons, whose time this year was the 11th fastest in the country, 6:42.51. There were only 8 schools that broke 6:42.
Ding is out in a 48.39.
There were only 3 schools nationally that broke 6:38. And those are Denison, Williams, and Kenyon, who will swim in the middle of the pool tonight. Given what we've seen from those top seeds and how well they have swum this weekend, I have a hard time believing that our national champion is going to come from one of these first 2 heats.
Very unlikely.
But it's possible.
It's possible, but not so far. And so I think we'd have to see a couple of 136s here, which I doubt we'll see.
Chicago just dove in first place with Miles Spencer leading the way. Alec Lawless, Jack Swanson, Nolan Larson, John Koster, Ryan Gelderloos, Daniel Ung, and J.P. Meraldo swimming the third legs for their respective teams. The time to beat was posted by Bowdoin in Heat 1, 6 minutes, 47.99. Anything under that would be the top mark going into tonight's championship. Chicago, a legitimate chance at this pace to finish top 8. They've got to keep this up, though, with some really good teams swimming later tonight.
Yep. Spencer with a notably rapid turnover.
Miles Spencer, the freshman, will give way to Tay Baldonazzo shortly. Down and back one more time. Good race from Pomona Pitzer. Jack Swanson closing in on Chicago. And how about Daniel Ung, the freshman up in lane 7, really giving it a run for his money. In fact, I think Carnegie Mellon is making a heck of a run here at second place.
He's
Ung is
closing.
flying in lane 7. Chicago will touch first as they go into the final 200. Pomona Pitzer, Chicago, and Carnegie Mellon have a good race coming, with Gustavus Adolphus and Matthew Allison in lane 4, capable of closing well too. Jeremy Rockway swimming for Swarthmore. Will Abel for Pomona Pitzer. Mentioned Tay Baldonazzo, who's hanging on to a lead for Chicago. Matthew Allison for Gustavus. Tyler Tatro for Tufts is in lane 5. Skylar Fish and Calvin are a ways back in 6. Samuel Hawks swimming nicely for Carnegie Mellon in 7. David Chen a ways back in lane 8.
Baldonazzo will have about half a body length after 700.
100 to go. Baldonazzo's lead is shrinking. Pomona Pitzer's Will Abel, stroke for stroke with him. Carnegie Mellon falling back a little bit here.
Baldonazzo was out under a 48. Let's see if he can hang on to that.
Matthew Allison, look at the way he's closing for Gustavus. 50 yards to go. It's a virtual tie right now between lanes 2 and 3, Chicago and Pomona Pitzer. The best times of the year between Chicago, Gustavus, Tufts, Pomona Pitzer, all within a second of each other.
And Baldonazzo looked just a touch sluggish at that 175 wall.
Will Abel from Pomona Pitzer pulling out front, trying to beat 6:47.99, and he does it by a lot. 6:40.64 will be the best mark going into tonight. Gustavus Adolphus closed nicely. They came in 3rd. Tay Baldonazzo, you pointed it out, Paul. He hit that berm and seemed to lose a little steam.
Yep.
And a nice little celebration there from the Hens. Congratulations, Pomona Pitzer. Hey, it's 6:40.64. They've got a chance to beat top 8. They might have a podium finish. We'll have to see how things shake out. That is a faster time than the seed time of 3 teams tonight. MIT, WashU, and Amherst. You got to go out and give it your best tonight in the pool to swim and see how it will all go. But Pomona Pitzer should feel very proud of what they just did.
Standard of the industry these days, sub-140s.
No doubt about it. So that'll conclude the swimming. See how much of that he left in the tank for later tonight. Got to swim well enough in prelims to make sure you get there. It's a delicate balance between trying to make sure you don't expend all your energy, but make sure you show up and punch your ticket to the evening fight.
Turn to my right here, and the Denison faithful are all standing up.
As they typically do when their teams are in the pool. Swarthmore, Franklin and Marshall, Pomona Pitzer, Denison, Amherst, Chicago, Wisconsin Lacrosse, and the John Carroll Blue Streaks. 1 through 8. Kenny Fox swimming for Denison. Adam Lenz a little disappointed he did not qualify for tonight's finals in the breaststroke. He's in lane 8. Jacob Birchfield, Keenan Novus, Jack Koramos, Lucas Menkoff, a former champion, Christopher Schiavone, and Alec Lawless all swim that leadoff leg. Now it's Jeff Say, Brendan Klein, Will Abel, Eric Gerlach, Eric Wong, Alexander Farrell, Hans Hover, and Forrest Campbell. Pomona Pitzer swimming well with Will Abel out front. Again, the qualifying mark for this meet was 3 minutes 28.45. Let's try that again. 3 minutes 1.77. That belonged to the 15th fastest team, Carnegie Mellon. 3:28.45 was the women's qualifying mark. Pomona-Pitzer still in first place here. Leg number 3, Christopher Smith, Timothy Gold, Archie Spindler, Matthew McHugh, Charles Seltzer, Jonathan Medley, Jack Rollinger, and Jackson Cooper.
McHugh has just about caught Spindler of the Sage-Hens.
Sage-Hens went out quickly, but with Drake Horton swimming the anchor leg for Denison. Big Red like their chances to win the heat and get to tonight. Ryan Drover will try to give the Sage-Hens a victory in this heat. Drover dives in along with Drake Horton. Jeremy Rockaway, Alec Wall, Ryan Drover, Drake Horton, Scott Roman, Vern Litchke, Alec Carlson, and Matthew Ramsey. Look at Matthew Ramsey up in lane 8. John Carroll was in 7th place when they hit the turn, and he has swam them all the way back into 5th, almost 4th. Drake Horton and Scott Romine and Ryan Drover in the middle of the pool leading the way. Drake Horton with about a half a body length lead here. Boy, Matthew Ramsey is swimming like crazy. John Carroll's all the way back into 4th place. Denison wins it easily. What a turnaround for the Blue Streaks. They get out-touched by Swarthmore, but a great race all the way around.
Yep.
Okay, here they come, the final race of the entire week. The Denison Big Red haven't won since 2007. Emory, 3 wins in a row. Kenyon, 29 victories all time. Johns Hopkins, Tufts, Calvin, Pomona-Pitzer, MIT, all gonna try and challenge the Big 3. Your championship finalists.
Here are your championship finalists in the men's 400 yards freestyle relay. In lane number 1, the team of Corbett, Kyle, Davenport, and Fabian from Johns Hopkins University. In lane number 2, from Tufts, the team of Tatro, Gu, Bowen, and Volbrachthausen. In lane number 3, from Kenyon, the team of Fitch, Reed, Weiss, and Williams. In lane number 4, from Emory, the team of Ono, LaFave, Rogers, and Colick. In lane number 5, from Denison, the team of Senior, Gerlach, Horton, and Wang. In lane number 6, from Calvin, Iturbe, Britton, Fish, and Holstag. In 7, from Pomona-Pitzer, Mankoff, Abel, Spindler, and Drover. And in lane number 8, from MIT, the team of Chen, Ubalacher, Liu, and Edskes. For the last time, Mr. Referee.
The Emory Eagles in lane 4 swam the fastest time this morning, 2:58.72. Time to crown one more national champion. Noah Corbett, Tyler Tatro, Sage Ono Kaimani Sr., Julian Iturbe, Lucas Mankoff, Kyrie Chen all in the pool, but you noticed, Paul, it doesn't look like David Fitch was actually swimming leadoff there for Kenya.
I think that's Joseph Flack, but totally legal. Change your mind at last minute.
So David Fitch, who is a sophomore, not swimming for the Lords here, and Kenyon is very much at the front of the pack here. I don't believe I see Fitch swimming in a different spot. I think he's out here. Looks like lane 5, the Denison Big Red with Kaimani Sr. have the lead after 1 length. Lucas Menkoff has Pomona Pitzer in second.
Right now, Roger Gu is in the water for Tufts in lane 2. Coaches always think about strategy. I think they're hoping the jumbos will be out to a lead with half the race on.
Gu is worth the price of admission by himself. Emil Kyle, AJ Reed, Colin Lefebvre, Eric Gerlach, Jerry Britton, Will Abel, and Samuel Ubelacker swimming 2. Gu has Tufts in a good spot. He won the 50 free. He was the runner-up in the 100 free earlier. But his performance right now in leg 2 has the Tufts Jumbos at the front of the pack. Really good swim so far from Eric Gerlach in Denison. But it's Tufts and Denison at the front. Nathaniel Davenport, Kingsley Bowen, Tom Weiss, Matt Rogers, Drake Horton, Skylar Fish, Archie Spindler, and Justin Liu in the third leg. Here's Drake Horton leading the way for Denison in lane 5. Kingsley Bowen's fallen back to second for Tufts in lane 2. Weiss and Rogers for Kenyon and Emery in 3 and 4. The outside lane's trying to make a push, but no one catching up with Drake Horton.
As good as Pollock has been in this meet, he's got his work cut out for him.
But if there's anybody that can do it, Trey Collick won the 100 free earlier today. He's got a lot of ground to make up. Brandon Fabian, Victor Volbrechthausen, B.B. Williams, check that, that's Robert Williams for Kenyon, Trey Collick, B.B. Wang, Benjamin Holstag, Ryan Drover, and Bouquet Etskis.
I won't be surprised to see Trey Pollock at a low 20 point on this first 50.
Emery in 4th.
20.04.
They're in second place in lane 4. Collick making a furious comeback.
Keep it up?
Emery's fan base going crazy. Denison trying to stay behind the Big Red. It's Wang and Collick. Collick trying to make it happen. Denison in lane 5 holding him off. It's an incredible finish. And it's Denison, the Big Red, who win the team title, close it with the 400 relay.
Oh, wow.
Okay, back to the podium now. These are your top 8 schools in the men's 400 free relay.
In 8th place, from Pomona Pitzer, the team of Menkoff, Abel, Spindler, and Drover. In 7th place, from Tufts, the team of Tatro, Gu, Bowen, and Volbrechthausen.